So it's been about 10 months since I uploaded my last settings video, and I think it's about time where I should upload a updated one, because I did make some changes on my settings and a lot of people have been asking for this settings video, so here it is. Before I start the video, I want to give a quick introduction of myself, because I know a lot of new folks are going to be tuning into this video. My name is Little Bit, and I was an esports player for 4 years, made it to 3 different world championships, played highest of the highest on mobile devices, handheld devices, and I played the highest on tablet devices, so I would say I'm pretty qualified on explaining my settings. Alright, anyways, let's get into the video. Before the video starts, I want to give a quick shout out for COD for sponsoring today's video. If you guys for some reason haven't downloaded or are interested to play this game, make sure to check the link down in the description below and start gaming. Alright, let's get back into our settings video, shall we? Peace. Alright, starting off from here, we're gonna go to our settings here, and on our HUD here. So my HUD is really basic. So I know a lot of people are usually thumb players or maybe 3-fingered players. I only play 4-finger players. I think COD Mobile, maybe if you want to be a little higher on skill, you maybe go for a 5th finger. But I think it's possible to play high quality COD Mobile with 4 fingers. So on my left side, I have my aim button and my movement button. On the top, I have my nade button, which is really important, so I can easily swap over to my nades, my tacticians. My movement's down here. All my score streaks are on the bottom left, so I kind of move my right hand and click on it. It's kind of manual, it's kind of bad, but I still have I'm used to it. And on my right side, I have all my operators. You can see on the top side, I have my shoot button, my swap button, my reload button, and my this is for show. It's like the change of field of view, left or right handed, my inspect button, and I don't know why I have a flashlight button, but that's basically about it. That's all my HUD. My mini map on the top right, really important. If you guys don't play COD Mobile, mini map's really important, so make sure to have a mini map in front of your screen so you can see what's going on the map, and a score streak, scoreboard, and everything on the top left. Everything extra. But yeah, pretty simple 4-finger HUD. And if you guys are curious, if you guys want to copy it just straight up, you can just use this code right here on the screen. All right, moving on to basic weapon settings. I'm going to be basically skimming through all the settings and basically going to be explaining the ones that I really needed. So starting from aim assist, nothing really important here that I see. ADS button for rotation. So that is something I do want to explain later down in the video, but I do have that on for a reason. That basically makes your shoot button move, help you aim. So what I do is I typically like to use my right thumb to aim, and also use my point finger to help me control recoil, so I can focus on aiming with my thumb. It's kind of hard to explain. I'll have a clip here to explain what I'm explaining. So this is the video of me explaining what ADS rotation is and how it helps me control recoil really easily. So basically, we're using the VMP here, one of the most high recoil guns in the game right now, and basically what ADS rotation on does is basically it makes you able to aim while clicking your shoot button. Some people don't like it because it kind of costs your accuracy a little bit, but if you're like an SMG or if you're struggling to control high recoil weapons, this is basically how to do it. So basically, I use my thumb to aim. So for example, I'm not going to control recoil with my point finger yet, because I'm going to show you like it's recoil is pretty bad. It's pretty bad to control, right? So with my point finger, if you look at my point finger here specifically, I'm going to drag down while I shoot to control recoil. So see how easy it is? Just you gotta drag down or whatever the pattern of the weapon is, and your thumbs, just all you gotta do is just aim left and right. That's all you gotta do. But it's that simple, that easy. It's weird to try it out, but I think it's worth the shot if you want to elevate your game. But that's why I have that on. One time ADS fire off. Quick weapon switch is really good because that's the quick weapon swap on the bottom button. That's really important. Crazy secondary finding mode, bolt action, variable ADS. So my FOV is at 80 right now. On tablet, I do recommend max FOV, and if you're on a mobile device, the lower FOV, the more easier you can see your enemy targets. But the only problem about low FOV is that you really can't see a wide range of view, so that is why I keep it like in the upper echelon, because I'm on that tablet. Moving on to sync FOV, this is really important. A lot of people talk about this. So basically, I'm going to keep it short. If you're on an iPad or a bigger device, turn it on. It helps you control recoil, because it makes the gun feel like it has no recoil. But if you're on a mobile device, unless you have like insane eyesight and you can see like a pixel on what you're shooting at, I recommend turning it off, because on mobile devices, it's really hard to see your target because it's a smaller screen. So I recommend playing on low FOV and turning off sync FOV. So that is a good... that is something people are confused about. Fast throw grenade off, quick run from prone on, high pro sliding from running, joystick, gyroscope. I don't really like gyroscope. If you have a preference of playing gyroscope, if you're from games like other games, go for it. I'm not a big fan of gyroscope, to be honest. Always sprint off. Why do I have this off? Because always sprint, you literally cannot walk, especially if you're an S&D main. you do need to walk in your S&D games, or you're just going to be walking like an elephant. Everybody's going to hear you. And yeah, you basically can't sneak up on people if you have always sprint on. Continuous slide hit, damage number. I have damage number on. This is like your preference. I just like to see like how much damage I'm putting on players. Weapon inspection, nothing too crazy on that. Enable left hand tactical. This is important. If you're not playing enable left hand tactical, you are trolling, because left hand tactical is a meta in the current ranked lobbies right now. It's basically you chuck in a tactical real quickly. So basically, if you're getting pushed, you want to drop a quick stun grenade before they push you and so you stun them. That is basically a super meta setting that you have to turn on. Weapon view mirroring, nothing too great. That's aesthetic. Enemy tactical scope flash, keep that on because that helps you see where snipers are scoping you from. Weapons, but nothing that's too crazy. Mistouch prevention mode, I don't know what that is. Bullet trail, nothing too crazy. Sound enhancement, nothing too crazy. Fast climb. Animation band, I don't know. I think that's the new animation. ADS FOV curve, turn it off. Always turn off. If you have ADS FOV curve on, bro, you're a trolling, bro. Dynamic crosshair, this is all personal preferences. Kill cam, match replay. Turn on match replay in case your goal gets cheated. So you can replay it. Auto lean. This is all the new settings, the new like weapon like animation settings that didn't really change at all. Execution, quick knife. Oh yeah, guns, kick, rotation, turn. If you have this up, you're making yourself harder. Turn it all to 0. That basically is just getting like non-existence, like basically random animation that you don't need. And nothing too crazy. Perspective teammates. This is super important. Basically, if you're not looking at the mini map, you can always look at your map and see where your teammates are on the map, so you kind of get the sense of where enemies are from. So if you see a teammate like across the map, you probably guessed, you can give a good understanding where the enemies are spawning from. Basically, process elimination, if you know what I mean. Keep that on. And if you guys want my scales, here's the scales for like objectives and stuff like that, because I don't want them too big or too small. It's like in the middle. And minimap, really important. Copy these minimap settings, especially if you're on iPad, because these settings will basically help you see the whole map and you'll be in the middle of it. So it's easy to see, get information on. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, those are my basic settings. Moving on to my controls, we're gonna be looking at my shooting mode here. All of it, as I said, hip fire. Because one type ADS feels a little slower on the ADS time for some reason. The hip fire manual is way better because you can literally tap and shoot this at quick as possible depending on your reaction time. But it's all personal preference at the end of the day. It's a slim advantage, but you decide. Vehicle, okay, nobody really cares about that. Audio and graphics. So for some reason, Call of Duty Mobile has different settings or different sensitivity presets with different settings, which is really weird. So basically what I'm saying is that if you're using a sensitivity for medium graphics and you decide to switch it to high or something like that, it will completely make the sensitivity feel completely weird. So that is something to keep in mind. So I would recommend keeping these settings right here, especially if you have a mid-end to high-end device. If you're on low-end devices, play on low settings, because that's you don't want your device to get overheat and you lose frames, because that's really important. So I typically do medium, ultra frames. Obviously, most devices have like max, view, high, or ultra, depending on how many hertz your monitor has or your screen has. Anti-aliasing, turn it on, easy to see. Realistic scope, I recommend turning this on. I'm just a weirdo. I'm just used to playing OG COD Mobile, where like there was no realistic scope, and I'm just weird. So turn it on. I have it off because I'm just a weirdo. Adjust screen, nothing too crazy. Super resolution, turn that all off. Turn the shadings off. Turn all the optimal scope. Turn it all off. This is explosion shake. Yeah, well, I don't know why this is a thing. Like, this is pay to lose, bro. Like, turn it off. Lobby dynamic settings. If you have like shitty frames on your lobbies, turn it on so it gets more smooth. Nothing too crazy here. This is all personal preference. You can customize it. I like to do classic flash with the blue icon. It's easier to see it. And if I want to get hit, I like to do the red one because it's easier for me. Audio settings, really important, really important audio settings. So I know a lot of people don't really care about audio like that much, but put that shit on max, especially if you want to sound. And these are the audio settings I have. Copy it. I just turn off the music. I mean, I have it only for the streams, only 2%. But the most important settings you need to turn off for sound is ambient noise. For some reason, you're not trying to hear no bird like freaking like tweaking out in the corner of the map. Like, you're not trying to hear any of that, bro. You're trying to hear where the enemy is at, where the gunshots are at. Turn it off, bro. Ambient sound is just bro, you don't need that garbage. You know what I'm saying? Dolby Atmos enable. Bro, I don't know why I have this off, bro. Turn this shit on, bro. Like, I don't know why I have that off. That's all for that. And finally, that's enough for audio and graphics. And finally, sensitivity. Oh my god, here we go again, chat. So I did change my sensitivity a good amount, especially I was switching off to ADS sync overview because last time I made my video I wasn't playing sync ADS. But please guys, do not copy my sensitivity 101. You can copy it initially and adjust it. Don't force yourself to play on my sensitivity because everybody's different. Everybody has their own preferences. Some people might play like playing on super high sensitivity or super high or medium. I play more on a slower end, so it's all up to you. So importantly, I typically like to do speed excel. A lot of people would like to do fixed speed because it's more muscle memory based. It's all up to you, your personal preference. I do 67 for the acceleration value. Link sensitivity resolution, turn that shit off. Don't even do anything like that. Turn it off. Why are we doing that? Turn it off. I like to do gradually switch while ADSing. That's just what I'm used to because I've been playing that since like day one of COD mode. But keep whatever you're used to. Operator skill sensitivity. Sometimes I like to put a little high because sometimes like I don't know, the operator sensitivities are a little slower than the regular sensitivity you're using. I don't know. It might be a mental thing, but I put it at 110. And these are my settings. Steering sensitivity. My base aim sensitivity is 61. My red dot, my ADS basic red dot, and like tactical scope is 75. My sniper is the same thing, 75 as well. 3 times, 4 times, 6 times, 8 times. I don't even use those. I don't even use the 6 times, 4 times, 3 times. I don't even use those. So I just I just don't even touch those. 8 times tactical scope, 75. Vehicle turning, ain't nobody driving multiplayer. Same thing goes to the firing sensitivity. Same exact thing, just copy and pasted. The only thing I have that I've changed is really important. Keep in mind is for the firing sensitivity, put your vertical turning sensitivity up a little high. Because that basically increases my vertical sensitivity, and especially if I'm using like a super high recoiled weapon, this helps a lot. So you can figure it out. I do it at 125 because that's like the sweet spot for me, but that helps me because my sensitivity is high. I can drag my screen down way quicker and control that recoil way easier. Basically there's an example on screen here. I'm showing you it probably on screen. I'm showing all these examples on screen, so over be yapping. Gyroscope, I don't really have anything on gyroscope. I'm putting the shit all max. I don't use gyroscope, so it doesn't, you know, wah. Vehicle, nothing. I mean, there's an RCXD, and I didn't even know that. And controller settings, I don't have anything controller settings. But that's about it for my settings video, guys. Nothing too crazy. I have probably one of the most least complicated settings out there in any competitive player or any like content creator, I would say. 4-finger HUD. Super basic low sensitivity, super low to mid sensitivity, and but yeah, let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think about the sensitivity video I uploaded today's video? You guys agree or disagree? Let me know if I'm missing any sensitivities or any tips that you guys have, you guys want to share with me, because I'll read everything in the comment section below. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to drop a like, drop a sub, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.